Morning. So it's early morning here in Bangkok, but I wanted to discuss something as I have my coffee here. So last week I posted a video in which I recognised that China delivered a very impressive military parade to celebrate the end of the Second World War and the defeat of Japan in that end of that war. And I positioned this in the video as an impressive defence force, and although I am very anti-war, I could see the need for the military build-up in China given the threat that China is facing. And there was a couple of comments that I received stating that China's military was untested. And to be honest, I'm not sure that that is the gotcha that the person who posted that comment thinks it is. I would rather have a military in place for defence and focused on supporting the population during times of natural disaster and stuff than scattered all over the world, fighting in wars that cost trillions of dollars, bankrupting the country and taking the lives of sons and daughters in the name of an ideology that has long been captured by controlling groups that stack profit over the consequences. That reminds me, I've also read that any global conflict would be won by industrial might, the ability to quickly innovate, and the cost involved would cripple and bankrupt a country. An example being Britain, obviously. And I remember the comparison being as simple as a bullet for the US military costing 10 times as much as a bullet that would cost the Chinese military due to the profit made by the middlemen. If it was down to innovation and industrial might, I could see how things might unfold, but it doesn't bear thinking about for me. I don't think there will be any winning in a global conflict, and I hope common sense wins through and that countries, in particular the superpowers, work together to get along, because I believe in cooperation could lead to us humans doing amazing, great things. And this one thing's always confused me. Why would you not be for peace? Why would you not be for peace? I read comments in social media all the time where people, normal people, are crying out for war, to invade this country or that country, and that they are proud of their stance, and yet they don't realise that if things do escalate, it would be them, their family members, pulled into fighting a senseless war. I see elected politicians taking that line, and with politicians it is often with their mindset that the war is driving profit and that they would be very far away from that conflict. Recently Donald Trump posted this about war in Ukraine. This coming from what is supposed to be the peace president. Two parts of the comment on this social media posting struck me as reflective of the current situation. The first part is where he said, I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form. With time, patience and the financial support of Europe, and in particular NATO, the original borders from where this war started is very much an option. I'm not sure. The second part that caught my attention is, we will continue to supply weapons to NATO for NATO to do what they want with them. Good luck to all. From this one comment, I take it that America will walk away from Europe and the conflict in Ukraine and possibly NATO, walking away from a conflict which they played a part in from the beginning. If you do decide to do your homework on that, you would get that. And yes, before you say anything to me in the comments box below, Russia should not have invaded. I can hold two opposing opinions in my head and think critically. You should try it. But like I said, do your homework before commenting, because that war started a long time ago. The other thing is that the USA and the military industrial complex will continue to sell weapons because that is how they will make money and apparently, possibly, plug the gap in the huge debt mountain facing the USA, and I'm not sure if that will actually happen. So basically, bankrupt Europe through an ill-conceived war, and if it escalates, more innocent people will die. But you know, profit and all that, and people cheer us on in social media. People can be so naive and too much sanitized Hollywood war movies that have romanticized war. Just stop for a moment and think what war would be like. Pause and look around your town, your city. Look at the people you you see around you, your family may be sitting there. Actually, if you can, get up high somewhere. Go to the top of a hill overlooking your city, or to the top of a tall building and look out across the city and imagine how horrible any conflict would be on the people, the population below. And don't think you will be immune to it because you live in a certain place, country, or you feel well protected. The world is kind of different now. I lived up high on the 40th floor above in Beijing, and again here in Bangkok, I'm living on a high floor. And I look out across a beautiful city here and also Beijing and elsewhere where I've lived. And I see cities with amazing ingenuity, with amazing people. Probably exactly the same as what you would see if you looked out over your city, no matter where you are. So why would you even entertain the thought of a global conflict that could bring pain and destruction to all of that, bring all of that down? It's truly madness. Many of the people shouting for it have lost their minds to propaganda. Here, last night, in this very spot, there was fireworks launched in celebration, and they were so loud and it echoed all over here, it made us jump. It was pretty scary, even though we knew what it was and we could see the reflection of the fireworks on that building over there. Can you imagine how terrifying war would be? Just pause, look around, look at the people near you. Let's take a moment and reflect. And if you're one of these people that posts a demand for war on social media, or add your comment to let's bomb this country, just think and realise who you are doing the bidding for and who you are bidding against and who will pay the ultimate price. As Smedley Butler said, war is a racket. Peace out.